Every time you use AI, whether it's chatbots, image generators, or self-driving technology, you're relying on something most people never think about. Not an app, not a website, a company. And that company is Nvidia. While the world focused on software, Nvidia quietly built the foundation that powers the entire AI revolution. And today, it might be the most important tech company on Earth. Back in the 1990s, Nvidia wasn't trying to build the future of artificial intelligence. It was just trying to make video games look better. Founded in 1993, Nvidia focused on one thing: graphics processing units, also known as GPUs. These chips were designed to render images, powering video games with smoother visuals, better lighting, and more realism. At the time, this seemed like a niche industry. Gaming wasn't seen as serious technology, it was entertainment, and Nvidia was just one of many companies competing in that space. But hidden inside these GPUs was something far more powerful than anyone realized. To understand Nvidia's rise, you need to understand one key concept: parallel processing. Traditional CPUs, the ones in most computers, handle tasks one at a time, step by step. But GPUs are different. They are built to handle thousands of operations simultaneously. This makes them perfect for graphics, where millions of pixels need to be processed at once. But years later, researchers discovered something game-changing. This same structure was perfect for artificial intelligence. Training AI models requires massive amounts of data, and millions, sometimes billions, of calculations happening at the same time. And GPUs were built for exactly that. Suddenly, Nvidia's gaming technology became the key to unlocking AI. In the early 2010s, a new wave of artificial intelligence began to emerge. Deep learning. Neural networks started achieving results that were once impossible. Recognizing images, understanding language, making predictions. But there was one problem. These models required enormous computing power, and that's where Nvidia came in. Researchers began using Nvidia GPUs to train their AI models, and the results were dramatic. What once took weeks could now be done in days, sometimes even hours. This wasn't just an improvement, it was a breakthrough, and Nvidia was at the center of it. Then came the moment that changed everything: the AI boom. Tools like those developed by companies such as OpenAI brought artificial intelligence into the mainstream. Suddenly, millions of people were using AI every day. Businesses rushed to adopt it. Investors poured billions into it. And behind the scenes, all of this required one thing: massive computing power. And almost all of it ran on Nvidia. From data centers to research labs, Nvidia GPUs became the engine of AI. Demand skyrocketed. Companies weren't just buying chips anymore. They were competing for them. At this point, Nvidia wasn't just selling hardware. It was building an ecosystem. The company developed software platforms, tools, and frameworks that made it easier for developers to build AI systems using Nvidia technology. This created a powerful effect. The more developers used Nvidia, the more dependent the industry became on it. Switching to another system became difficult, expensive, sometimes impossible. This is what's known as a technological moat, and Nvidia's moat was growing wider every year. Today, some of the biggest companies in the world depend on Nvidia. Cloud providers, tech giants, AI startups, all rely on Nvidia's hardware to train and run their models. Without it, progress slows down dramatically. In some cases, it stops. This has created a new kind of power, not control through products, but control through infrastructure. Nvidia doesn't need to own AI companies, because those companies already depend on Nvidia. As demand for AI exploded, so did Nvidia's value. The company became one of the most valuable corporations in the world, reaching and surpassing the $1 trillion mark. But this wasn't just about money, it was about position. Nvidia wasn't competing in the AI industry, it was powering it. Every new breakthrough, every new model, every new AI startup added to Nvidia's importance. Of course, when one company becomes this powerful, others take notice. Competitors are trying to catch up. New chips are being developed. New technologies are emerging. But Nvidia has a massive head start. Years of research, deep industry relationships, a complete ecosystem, and perhaps most importantly, trust. For now, Nvidia remains the dominant force. As artificial intelligence continues to grow, so does the demand for computing power. More data, more models, more complexity. And that means one thing: more reliance on the systems that make it possible. If AI becomes the foundation of the future, then the companies powering it will shape that future. And right now, Nvidia is at the center of it all. Nvidia didn't start as an AI company. It didn't set out to dominate the future, but by building the right technology at the right time, it became something much bigger. The silent engine behind the AI revolution. And while the world focuses on the apps, the tools, and the headlines, Nvidia continues to operate in the background, powering everything, quietly. If you found this video fascinating, there are many more like it, because the most powerful forces shaping our world are often the ones you don't see. Subscribe to Nox for more deep dives into the hidden power behind global technology, finance, and influence, because the next video might change how you see the world.